Hey, listen, please. I'm in front of the exit of Jimmy Carter. Please, yes, please.
EMS and police arrived to the scene first and transport a male to the hospital. When detectives arrived, they get information that he expired upon arrival. He was identified as 33-year-old Corey DeTeege, also known as Chuck Trill. He was a Houston, Texas-based rapper, the son of another Houston rapper. He is survived by his wife. They start examining the scene. See, the vehicle was sprayed 9 times, all hitting the driver's side door where Chucky was sitting. They find a projectile on the running board and a phone in the console. None of the other passengers were hit. By the vehicle, they also find some work, so they're not sure if it's related to the incident or someone just dumped it before the police arrived. So they transport his friends to the station to start the interviews. The first one is Big Sal. He was sitting in the back seat. He's the co-CEO for the label Chucky is with. He stated that he arrived in Atlanta for a show Chucky was doing before the All-Star game. The detectives asked who came to Atlanta with him. He said 20 Glock, him and Chucky. He stated Chucky got a rental car when they touched down, then they grabbed an Airbnb. Chucky wanted to check out some other artists perform while they was there. He said the first club, they met a tall, skinny dude that's from Atlanta, name is Dirty Red. They stayed at that club for about an hour and a half, and then headed to Club Miami. Stayed there until 2:30 a.m. Up on leaving, he says Chucky was driving, 20 Glock front passenger. He's behind 20 Glock and Dirty Red is behind Chucky. He hears a pop, turn his head, and hears another pop. Then he sees a muzzle flash and a glass shatter. Chucky started fading. 20 Glock grabbed the wheel and stopped the car, but he didn't see the vehicle. So they wrapped that up, head in there to speak with 20 Glock.
As far as I know, like, it seemed like a setup. I connected with Chucky because, like a year ago, I did a song with him called Trapping in Traffic.
He had bad vibes when dude that lived there rode with him. He also say when they were at the club, Dirty Red was trying to see who was riding in the front seat. So he says as they're riding, Chucky noticed someone following him. He thought Chucky was tripping. Then the tires popped, and all of a sudden, they started letting the ooh-whop loose. He was telling them to stop, and Chucky said he hit, then lost consciousness. 20 Glock said it was a gray car. The detectives asked, was it a dirty deal because they found work on the scene? He says no. Now they speak to Dirty Red. He says Chucky wanted to see another artist from his label perform and told him to ride with them. So they stayed at the first club for about an hour, maybe 2. Left, head to the second club. He said leaving, Chucky asked him to slide over when they was heading down the highway because he couldn't see out the mirror. He laid down, then the ooh-whop went off. They tell Dirty Red the car was hit up good. If anybody was targeted, would it be Chucky? He said yes. The detectives asked why. He said Chucky built his name up in the Houston rap scene. They called him the Baby of Houston. But he doesn't know who did it. They hit the car and left the highway. So they let Dirty Red go, check Club Miami for video, and called to get a passcode to unlock Chucky's phone. Looking through the phone, they see he's just posting where he's going and where he's been. And they see one message where he's trying to get a ooh-whop while he's in Atlanta. So now they get the video from the club. You see everyone leaving, Chucky showing love to someone while exiting. They enter the vehicle and leaves the lot. Then they spot a dark gray vehicle following them. So then they decide to check earlier in the video to see if that same vehicle entered the parking lot before Chucky and them came out. They see it sat there 20 minutes before Chucky exit. They just sat and wait. It appears to be a planned attack. So they make out that it's a BMW, but can't see the tags. So they search the license plate reader cameras to try to get the tag number. In the meantime, a tipster called with some information comes to the interrogation room and states last year Chucky was a middleman moving work. He knew someone from Detroit trying to get good. Chucky main guy was dry, so he hooked up with some new people.
Chucky gets in the backseat, and now they're dealing with $80,000. Chucky gets like, wait, dude, like you moving too crazy now. Anybody for it won't allow to be in the backseat. Still the two guys drove off.
With Chucky in the car. Touch him up with the ooh-whop and put him out. Chucky goes back to where Detroit is and say they took everything. Detroit asks, why's your necklace still on then? You set me up. Then he heads back to Detroit. Couple weeks later, Chucky get a call saying someone offered him $10K to get at you. The tipster say Chucky paid half the money back to Detroit. It was 80 grand. He says Detroit goes by the name Legs because he lost his legs. And now all of a sudden Legs is following Chucky on IG. So they wrap that up with the tipster. Get some information from the license plate reader. It captured a vehicle close to Miami, the last spot Chucky was at. And it's close to the time of the M. Also the same vehicle was hit on the license plate reader by the first club Chucky was at. So they try to get that video to see if he was there also. So they run the vehicle information. It comes back to James Thomas, aka Detroit, aka Legs. He's a double amputee, 34 years old, served time for accessory after the fact, and a felon in possession of the ooh-whop. But they still don't have enough for a warrant. Then they get footage from the first club. You see Chucky exit and leave. About 15 minutes later, Legs' vehicle pull in.
But how did he know where Chucky would be?
Corey and his entourage are doing Facebook video, Instagram, and, telling everybody where they are.
So they know it's Legs' vehicle, but they still have to put him in it. They get phone records and check the Google location history. At 2:36 a.m., it put Legs by Miami. At 2:45, Chucky got hit with the ooh-whop. So they have everything they need to charge James Thomas. They catch him at the gate on a flight to Atlanta. He had $10K on him, and he's refusing to talk without a lawyer. So they have a preliminary hearing to see if they have enough to charge him and to warrant a trial. James Thomas was charged with 1 count of malice M and 4 counts of aggravated assault, and is currently awaiting trial. Thank you for watching. Leave me some comments, hit that like button. Stay safe out there. I'm done talking.
Chuck Trill was one of the hardest, most passionate about his music. And if you listen to his music, you could tell he was talented. Forever Trill, man.